I just thought I'd share a little project that I was doing tonight. These are deer tallow candles that I made. I rendered this deer tallow down. I reckon last year, about this very same time. This month last year, I rendered this deer tallow down. This is what I've got left of it. I had a quart jar of it, and I had it stored in a quart jar, and it's lasted. You know, it hasn't gone rancid. It's barely got any scent to it. It smells kind of like mink oil, like you oil your boots with. And this is actually what I oil my boots with when on those rare occasions that I wear boots or any other footwear. But I use this for my high carbon steel knives, my homemade knives. I oil the blades up with this. Keeps the rust off of them, and I even use it as a lip balm. It works very well as a lip balm. Some people might consider that kind of grody. I don't know. Maybe if I put some eucalyptus oil or some other kind of essential oil in there, it might make it more appealing. But I thought today because one of my favorite books is Huckleberry Finn. Believe it or not, I've always been a big Huckleberry Finn fan. And and in there they talk about the tallow can. Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, they talk about the tallow candles. And so for some reason I was thinking about that today, and I said, heck, why don't I try, to do some dipped candles out of my deer tallow. And that's what I did. A couple of pieces of cotton string. I hung them from a stick. I put this very same can on the wood stove in the kitchen, our on-grid kitchen, and just dipped them, and dipped, and this is what I came up with right here. They're still kind of greasy to the touch, but as kind of like when you're making a homemade soap. When you make a homemade soap, you let the soap season, which helps with curing the lye in the soap when I make my soap. And this is also something I'm going to try to use in my homemade soap recipe instead of lard, which is with lard and vegetable oil, which is what I usually use. And I'm going to try this deer tallow in a homemade soap. And so anyway, I think once because this lard that I've been using that was stored in that mason jar was a lot whiter than this, and it was a lot less greasy to the touch. So I think after this cures again, say 2 or 3 weeks, let it sit out, I think that'll get a lot harder and a lot less greasy. And this candle right here, which was the same exact size as this one when it started out, this candle has been burning for an hour, a little bit over an hour now. So I believe I'll be able to get several hours worth of burn time out of this one deer tallow candle. So just an idea, a way to utilize resources. People who hunt deer. I'm not allowed to deer hunt because I'm not allowed to own a firearm, but I do get deer. People give me a lot of deer. The farmer next door, he hunts but doesn't eat deer meat, and he gives me all of the deer. So I get more, more than enough for me and my family. Anyway, I save the fat. I render it down, and like I said, use it for my boots. Use it for a lip balm. And I believe I'm going to try to use it in my soap. But I thought, this instead of throwing that deer fat away, this is something that you could do with it, and it seems to work very well for me. It just seems to work very well. So I thought I'd just throw that idea out there. So a lot of the hunters, I go to the dumpsters and haul my trash off. and I see I see a lot of deer carcasses. These guys take the hindquarters and the back straps and throw the rest of the deer in the dumpster. And I'm just not one of those guys. I use pretty much most of the. As a matter of fact, this is another experiment that I'm doing here. This is the sinew off of a back strap. And I'm going to be making thread out of this for some projects that I'll be working on with my buckskin. I also brain tan buckskin. I'll probably do a video of that coming up here soon. That'll be brain tanning some buckskin and making some projects out of it. But I try to use as much as the deer as I possibly can. And this is just another idea. Deer tallow candles. Seems to work very well. So. Hope you like it. Just a little tip.